Fine. So I guess we can get started and I'll stay with you as long as I can. All right.
Okay.
Because I'm on a special assignment today. That is to do some fundraising for another one of our temples. Sorry. Hiccup. Brussels sprouts. All right. All right. So let's begin then, okay? Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishnapasthaya Bhutale Srimate
Srimate
Bhaktivedanta
Bhaktivedanta
Swamini
Swami
Pranamane
Namni
Namaste
Namaste
Saraswati
Saraswati
Devi
Devi
Gauravani
Gauravani
Pracharine
Vicharite
Nirvisi
Namaste
Prachanyavadi
Shastravati
Paschatya
Paskacharine
Satarine
Starine
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Chaitanya Prabhu
Nityananda
Nityananda
Shri
Sri
Advaita
Advaita
Gadadhar
Gadadhar Srivasadi
Srivasadi Gaura
Gaur
Bhakta
Bhaktavinda
Vrinda Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Okay, we'll go to page 1 of the introduction to Bhagavad Gita as it is. Om Jnana
Again,
Timirandasya
Omagyatanimandasya
Jnananjana Shalakaya
Dhananjanjala Shalakaya
Chakshurun Militan Yena
Chakshuramilitam Yena
Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah.
Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
I was born in the darkest ignorance,
I was born in the darkest ignorance,
and my spiritual master opened my eyes
My
and
spiritual
my spiritual
master
master
opened
opened
my
my
eyes
eyes
with the torch of knowledge.
with the torch
with
of
the torch of
knowledge.
knowledge.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
I offer my
Offer my respectful
obeisances
obeisances
unto
unto
him.
him.
Okay, great. So, wow, 1868. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Okay, idang paramanguyang magbhakti shabdhasyati bhakti mayi parang kritva mam evaistyatya sangshaya. And the translation, we're one who explains the supreme secret to the devotees. Your devotional service is guaranteed. At the end, he will come back to me. And in the purport, let's see how big is the purport. Oh, we've got room for, say, 3 people, okay? Read 2 or 3 sentences and then pause, make way for someone else. All right?
Yeah.
So can you cue everybody up?
Okay. Nina, Dhanraj, and Vasanta, please.
Okay.
Okay. Purport. Generally, it is advised that Bhagavad Gita be discussed amongst the devotees only. For those who are not devotees will understand neither Krishna nor Bhagavad Gita. Those who do not accept Krishna as he is and Bhagavad Gita as it is should not try to explain Bhagavad Gita whimsically and become offenders.
Thank you. Nice.
Bhagavad Gita should be explained to persons who are ready to accept Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead. It is a subject matter for the devotees only and not for philosophical speculators.
Okay, next person.
Anyone, however, who tries sincerely to present Bhagavad Gita as it is will advance in devotional activities and reach the pure devotional state of life. As a result of such pure devotion, he is sure to go back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Okay, it's an important shloka or verse. The contents are that if you share this wisdom, Krishna's wisdom, to someone else, especially someone who has some piety about them, they're not envious, they don't kill animals, that kind quality of person, then surely that devotee is the recipient of good fortune. Okay. I was hoping we could just keep that up in the air. Keep that shloka going up there so I can have a look at it. Okay. I think it's a good verse to memorize. I mean, we know that there's 4 kinds of people that surrender to the Lord and take to his service. 4 kinds. And out of the 4, the best is one who's already in knowledge. It comes very natural. So when you share Krishna's message, you are going to be back with him. And that is what's stated here. I think that's a great goal. That's a great target, isn't it? I mean, if you want to stay here in this world for a bit longer, a few more lifetimes, that's also possible. But you want to make sure you're slotted into a place where you can indeed make Krishna's word known to others. So once you apply his wisdom, there's moksha, and better than that, even love of God. That's what we want and hope to achieve. Yep. So some keywords are, let's see, one is very dear to me. It's also scary. Yeah. Let's just look at something on a confidential secret that pops up so much. Confidential knowledge. Guyam Rajavidyarayu Guyam from chapter 9 Bhagavad Gita. And so there are all kinds of different people who may hear about Krishna. Ascharyavat in chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, people find the nature of the soul is amazing, but even though they hear about it, they don't do much with it. Same thing here. When you hear of his glories, do something about it, you know. For instance, the Lord says in chapter 10, Sarvasha Chaham Ridi Sanivishto Matasmritir Jnanam Apohanam Cha, that all that is matter and all that is spirit emanates from Krishna. And those who know this about the Lord will apply themselves and engage in devotional service. That's the real. If you're active in bhakti, that means you're beyond theory, you're beyond being a jnani. You have put this wisdom into the world of action, and that's why we want to assimilate it. You know, we don't want to just theorize about it. We want to actually get involved. You know, last Saturday we did a workshop that's called Conscious Kirtan Workshop, and so in the beginning, the first session, the first 2 hours, it's a little bit more theoretical and trying to understand what is the need for kirtan in somebody's life. But in part 2, it was a little bit beyond theory. We actually put it into practice. We got everybody up and dancing. We played some musical instruments. You feel it. You don't just talk about it. You don't just dance around it, but you get into it. Have you ever seen people at kirtan? People are sort of, some are transcendental wallflowers. They stay by the walls but then you might sometimes have to take them by the hand and pull them in, let's say graciously, tactfully, and then you get into the kirtan. You don't just see it or hear it, you actually get into it by dancing and immersing yourself, using all the different bodily parts, all the senses, the working senses, the knowledge acquiring senses, all. That's real surrender. Surrender means 100%, not just 50%, 100%. The hint here is given by Krishna. If you want to go back to him, you want to succeed in being back in his place, then you've got to start sharing. Don't hoarding. Don't hoard, but rather deliver. Good. Anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to make on this?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking about what he was saying about, actually experiencing the knowledge rather than just, keeping it in our mind.
Yeah.
And that is very, 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 very important because, like, even if you're like preaching or, distributing books or doing or helping somebody with Krishna consciousness, unless or until we haven't felt it, it would be really hard to convince someone. And once you have started feeling knowledge, you can actually anticipate, like what will come forward. And so, yeah, so like it's very important to feel the knowledge.
Yes,
So yes,
Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada's guru was giving an example. You can look at a jar of honey and you can guess that, oh, it looks a little bit like ghee. Maybe it's like ghee. Maybe it's a little bit like marmalade. Maybe it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Maybe it's like mustard oil. You never know. But then when you can speculate about it. But when you actually take the lid, the top off and dip your finger in it, then you know, then it's reality. Yes. Then you experience it. Then there's the ruchi, the taste, the flavor. All right. Do I see Adikarta there? Wow. It's been you guys. Whoa. I was speculating on what you look like. I almost forgot. But now you have lifted your cap, and now I can see. I can end my speculation.
How are you, Maharaj?
Everything's good. Yes. You know how Prabhupada uses that word speculation. It's guessing. And if you're guessing about Krishna, it's not all bad. But at some point, you have to stop guessing and stop doubting and dive in. You know, how long do you want to put your big toe by the water at the beach? At some point, you have to bravely just go in there and just dive in and submerge yourself, right? And end the speculation. Yes. Good. Any other questions or comments? How about you, Adhikar? Do you have anything you want to share with us? Am I being heard?
Yes, Maharaj.
Oh, okay. Okay. We're on the busiest freeway in the world, they say. 400 and 401. But still, we have Krishna. So any comments, Prabhus? Anything else? We can certainly move on if you like. I'm deliberately trying to drag a little bit. I don't want to see the end of this. We've got 10 more verses. It's kind of scary.
Maharaj, one more thing that I wanted to just share.
Please.
Yeah,
It's all
so
about
actually, and I was just thinking, like, what are the ways to actually realize this knowledge? And like, only I think like two things, or actually one thing which came to my mind was actually doing the services, because I've been hearing your Bhagavatam lectures and you're talking more explicitly about, serving more and more. So actually, if a person or if a devotee does seva, he will be able to realize these knowledges even further, because he would be actually putting all these knowledges into action. So yeah, I was actually thinking about this.
So yeah, the realized knowledge means service, right? We actually go out there and do something. I mean, Arjuna was hovering on the mental platform, and Krishna helped set things straight for him. And right in the beginning, he starts talking about karma yoga, action, yogic action. Chapter 3 is entitled like that. Chapter 5 as well. There's a lot of parallels between 3 and 5. Please, Prabhu, if you get a chance, just look at that. It's really interesting. But Krishna's saying, be active, and he pokes fun at those people who like to, feign being spiritual by sitting in a nice quiet corner and being a goody two shoes, as they say sometimes, But Krishna was not interested in such individuals. In fact, he was a little bit, came with strong words saying, mityachara. Mitya means false, achara means teacher. So you're like a charlatan meditator. Krishna didn't like that. He wanted the real deal. And that means that you become active with your commitments. Real commitment means to be active, yes. Don't just theorize, don't just talk about it, but do something. I always like the phrase Prabhupada used, armchair speculation. People sitting down and they have like arms on their chairs and they lean over on one side a little bit, lean over the other side. And there might be some brain work involved there, but ultimately what the Lord wants is stop just speculating and stop just being on that particular plane, but rather, roll up your sleeves, pull up your socks, get your feet wet, get in there and do it, get things done. So, Prabhus, I will apologize. I'd like you to keep going, and I'm going to have to get on to the business why I came here at the spot where we're meeting people to do some major fundraising. I mentioned to Vaishnavi about that as well. And thank you, Adikarta. It's great to see you again. I am coming to the States, and that'll be next month. I'm looking forward to it. It's too much. Next week, okay, we'll see what happens next week. I'll be on my way to South Africa. I would like to say, why don't you join me? You'll have a great time with the Rath Yatra. But let Krishna put you in a position where you, study, go through self-analysis and help each other to study together. Swadhyaya is very important. Is that okay, Prabhus? I need to be relieved now. And we gave you a little bit of a head start, I would like to think. All right.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare
Sure,
Krishna.
Maharaj. Hare
Don't
Krishna.
sound bad.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, just carry on. You're all good. You're doing good. Haribol.
Hare
Haribol,
Krishna.
Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vaishnavi Mataji, do we continue the same verse or we move on to the next verse?
Oh, we can, whichever one